If you ever eat out of boredom, stress or frustration, then tonight you can learn how to conquer comfort eating for good. We'll be revealing the science behind food cravings and learning an amazing technique to instantly banish them forever. Plus, how you can stop fixating about food and take back control as you learn to switch off cravings.
Are you ready to lose weight forever? To feel better about yourself? To escape your fixation with food? This is not a diet. You can join in and make this Britain's biggest weight loss experiment. All you have to lose is weight. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul McKenna.
Thank you! Who here wants to lose weight? Who is feeling differently about their food? Fantastic. That's absolutely what I wanted to hear, what I wanted to see. Welcome to week 2. I will make you thin. By taking part, you are making this the world's biggest weight loss experiment. So if you've only just joined us, if you've missed last week's show, don't worry. You can still join in. Here's a quick reminder of the 4 golden rules, the first stage of this system. Last week, I revealed the 4 golden rules of naturally thin people. As you follow my simple instructions, it'll change the way you feel about food forever. Golden rule number 1. When you're hungry, eat. When you starve yourself, your body goes into survival mode. It slows your metabolism and stores fat in your cells. From now on, you need to let your body know there'll always be enough food. Never, ever starve yourself ever again. Golden rule number 2. Eat what you want, not what you think you should. When you make a food forbidden, it instantly becomes more attractive. Never let food have power over you again. If you want something, have it. Golden rule number 3. Eat consciously and enjoy every mouthful. Put your knife and fork down between each bite so that you give your stomach time to signal to your brain that you're full. In our experiment, we blindfolded a group of volunteers and they were forced to listen to their stomachs, and as a result, they ate less. Golden rule number 4. When you think you're full, stop eating. When you slow your eating speed down, you can hear the signal from your tummy that lets you know you're full. Follow the 4 golden rules. When you're hungry, eat. Eat what you want. Eat consciously. And when you think you're full, stop. Remember, this is the way that naturally thin people eat. For the next few weeks, whilst you're getting used to this system, I want you to always leave some food on your plate. And do not weigh yourself. For more information on any of the techniques, or if you want to take part in the world's biggest weight loss experiment, go to our website. That's sky1.co.uk/McKenna, or press the red interactive button on your screen. Okay, those 4 golden rules are so easy. In fact, a lot of people say to me, I can't believe it's that easy because, they've tried to diet for many years and, of course, weight loss was difficult. And this system seems almost too good to be true. Now, even though you may have had instant success using the golden rules, you need to use the entire system to maintain permanent weight loss. This is not a diet. This is a unique system that will change the way that you think about food forever. It requires no willpower. All you have to do is follow my simple instructions. Who wants to share with me what it is that they've noticed? Yes, let me have a quick chat with you, madam. I'm just going to come through here. Hi, what's your name?
Emma.
What's been happening for you?
Over the last few days, I felt a lot more relaxed around food. I have eaten some lovely food and not eaten too much of it.
Fantastic. So you've been leaving food on your plate?
Yes.
Yeah, who else has been leaving food on their plate? Excellent. Who also has found that they've eaten so slowly that sometimes the food's gone cold? Anybody else want to share with me some stories about what's been happening for them? What's your name, ma'am?
My name's Anne.
And what have you been noticing?
I've been eating foods that I haven't been anywhere near for years and years and years, but I'm concerned that I have taken it perhaps a little bit too far.
Okay. How have you taken it too far?
I have bought uncut wholemeal bread. And I have cut thick slices.
We have a sinner amongst us.
And I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I haven't...
No, that's even worse. Not only did you eat it, you thoroughly enjoyed it. I'd say dear old Dr Atkins would turn in his grave.
And I've had it with butter, and
Yeah.
a nice bit of blue cheese, and it was lovely.
You sound like you're confessing to some indecent pornographic act. Did it feel good?
Absolutely wonderful.
If somebody's just joined the programme at this point, let me say we're talking about foods, OK? It's not what you might think, OK? Now, the thing is this, did you eat it consciously?
Oh, very consciously.
Yes, OK. And then when you were full, what did you do?
I stopped.
Stopped. Did you leave any?
Only the very littlest bit, just to be polite.
But you did leave some.
I did, yeah.
OK, good. So you left some food on your plate. Now, the thing is this, how do you feel around food? Do you feel more in control or less in control?
Much more in control.
Fantastic! Yes! That's what we want to hear. OK. Excellent. OK, let's talk to somebody else. Let's talk to you, ma'am. OK. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
Mary.
Mary, what have you noticed?
I'm enjoying the taste of food more, and I'm also noticing when maybe I thought I used to like something, I'm thinking, actually, now I'm tasting it, it's not quite as nice.
Oh, brilliant. This is excellent. Who else has noticed that since you consciously and deliberately chew the food tastes better? Anybody else notice that? Excellent. We know from the emails that over 90% of the people here have had a positive experience with this system. OK, who else has got something they want to share with me? And I don't mind if it's a positive thing, if it's a challenge you're facing, anything. Yes, hello, ma'am. What's your name?
My name's Veronica and I'm from Middlesbrough.
Hi.
Hiya.
What did you notice?
The food thing is fine. I can cope with everyday food, doing the knife and fork,
Yeah.
everything like that. It's the other things I can't break the habit with.
OK,
As
which
in
other
craving
things?
Sweets and crisps.
Sweets and crisps.
Yeah, I can.
OK.
The food, I can put the knife fork, I can chew it. I enjoy it. New textures that are coming out, brilliant. Sweets and crisps, I cannot do.
OK, so when you get around sweets and crisps, what happens? Do you tend to binge or go unconscious?
I just go on autopilot. I just want them. I see them, I want them, I'm
you
having
just see
them.
them, you want to be... And do
I'm
you,
having them,
do you
yeah.
eat them consciously or not?
Sometimes yes, a lot of time no.
No,
I don't even
okay.
realise sometimes I'm actually doing it.
Ah, here we go. Fantastic. Does anybody else resonate with this? Yes. OK, all right. That is what tonight's show is about. It's all about comfort eating, all about those moments where you feel addicted to a particular food. You see it, you just have to have it. And you feel like you've lost all conscious control, yeah? It's almost as though you've been taken over by some sort of force. Well, you have to have it, yes? You know what I'm talking about, OK? Yeah. You are going to love tonight's show. OK, I'm just going to come talk to you. Hello, hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
Michelle.
Michelle from?
Essex.
Michelle, what challenges have you noticed?
The only one challenge I did have was a certain tubbed ice cream that you eat with a spoon.
Yep.
I've only done it once.
Yeah.
And I knew I was doing wrong, and I knew I shouldn't be doing it, but I put it back in the freezer and got it out 3 times. Now the dustbin empty. So there was no control over that whatsoever, but everything else I've been able to control.
Well,
there was no control.
Do you see, I think there was a certain degree of control, because in the good old days, you wouldn't have put it back in the freezer at all, would
No, I
you?
wouldn't.
You'd have just finished the whole lot, right? You'd have spanked the whole tub of ice cream. But what you did was you put it back in, and you went, oh, let's have some more. Yeah, and you did that a few times, yeah? 3 times. OK. So can you forgive yourself?
Yes.
Excellent, that's fine, because tonight, that is what we're going to be dealing with. Those foods that we find we get out of control around, yeah, the ones we have cravings or addictive patterns around. We're going to be dealing with that. I just want to ask you on the positive side, though, have you been putting knife and fork down?
I've been doing all of that.
Yeah?
I've been doing all of that.
And you've been leaving food on your plate?
Leaving food. I feel fantastic. I feel better in myself.
Fantastic.
Calm around food. I've got control back.
Great, fantastic. Who else would say that they feel calmer around food? So show me. This is fantastic. Now, I know there that we've been talking about forbidden foods. Remember, there are no real forbidden foods with this system. And it's not really what you eat, but it's how you eat that's important. OK, who wants to knock out cravings for good? Yeah! Tonight, I'm going to teach you 2 powerful techniques which will do just that, which will work for food, for actually just for anything, for smoking and drinking, basically any addiction. Join me in a moment and I'll share those techniques with you. Still to come, Lizzie, a 4-litre-a-day cola addict, easily went from this to this.
Really good.
Our fat-busting family, the Crisfords' portion sizes and waistlines are undergoing a major transformation. Find out how you can instantly switch off any craving forever. Would you like some of this?
No.
You sure?
No, thank you.
Thank you very much. Welcome back. Tonight we are dealing with emotional hunger, what is otherwise known as comfort eating. Anybody ever eat where they feel bored, or they feel upset, or they feel stressed? I don't know why they call it comfort eating, because the more you eat, the tighter your clothes get, the less comfortable you are. You know, there's nothing comfortable about your belt cutting into your clothes, is there? You know what it's like? Anybody broken up with somebody and they thought, I know what will make me feel better, a lovely big chocolate cake. Yeah? Anybody had that kind of experience? So, who here like to share with me a little comfort eating story? Tell me, I mean, what sort of things have you done in the past? Yes. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Tinky.
Tinky, tell us a comfort eating story.
I'll sit down with a good film, watching the film, and my hand is constantly going to my mouth, and it will be nuts.
Yeah.
That is my thing. Easy.
Sorry, can I clarify? What you mean? That's how you class the behaviour, or that's what you're putting in your mouth?
Yeah, I'm nuts and I like nuts.
Yeah, okay. So the thing is, you're unconscious because you're watching the movie and you're shoveling away.
Absolutely. Without even knowing about it, and then the packet's gone.
Who else has done these kind of things, yeah? Exactly. All in the same boat. Hi, what's your name?
Mia.
Tell us about your comfort eating.
Well, I've got a quite demanding and stressful job.
Yep.
And I've got a secret stash of chocolate in my drawer.
A secret stash?
Yeah.
And so when you get under stress, that's what you use to help calm yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. Anybody else? What about there's somebody over here? Hello, ma'am. What's your name?
Valerie.
And Valerie, tell us about your comfort eating.
Mine is when I'm left alone.
Yes.
At home when I'm left alone.
Do you feel bored or lonely? or?
It's a sort of kick. I get a kick out. It doesn't really matter what I eat.
Yeah.
As long as I go and find something to eat.
So there's no one there.
No.
And you can go and eat all by yourself.
And I know exactly how long my husband takes to walk the dog. I know exactly how long I've got.
Well, up until now, because he's just seen you confess that on television. Okay. All right, so we got the general idea. So when I talk about emotional hunger, it's different to physical hunger. Physical hunger comes on gradually. Slowly you feel yourself becoming a little bit more and more and more hungry. Emotional hunger comes on suddenly. Anybody had the experience of, say, having an argument with somebody and you wanted to go and eat to calm yourself down? Anybody had that? Or maybe, I don't know, you got home, you felt a bit lonely, a bit sad, and you suddenly wanted to eat. Anybody had that? Yes? Okay, what we are doing there is changing the way that we feel with food. Now, in our culture, there are lots of ways to change the way that we feel externally. Drinking, drug taking, television, gambling, shopping, and indeed food are all ways of externally changing the way we feel. But you see, our emotions are part of our intelligence. They're actually a signaling system. Our emotions are there to say to us, pay attention to this. If we're about to, step off the curb and there's a car coming, we want an emotion that says, that stops us from doing something that's dangerous. However, sometimes our emotions signal a bit too loudly, particularly if we've been suppressing them. And that's what's happening in many cases. We've been medicating ourselves with food instead of listening to the wisdom of our feelings. So instead of asking, what is it I should eat? Maybe you should be asking, what's eating me? Now, there's a scientific reason why we respond to strong emotions by craving certain foods. Have a look at this. At some time or another, everyone will have experienced a craving. That's an overwhelming urge to eat something stodgy, sweet, or fatty. Usually, cravings have to be satisfied straight away, and most people find controlling them extremely difficult. Certain chemicals in the brain trigger these urges, and one in particular has a powerful influence on what we eat.
Serotonin is known as the happy chemical really within the brain. Levels of serotonin correspond with feelings of relaxation, calmness, helping us cope with stress.
And it's foods high in carbs that give us that serotonin fix.
When we crave certain foods, it's often a sign that our serotonin levels in the brain are low. When we eat that food, carbohydrates, this raises our levels of serotonin within the brain. But it's a vicious circle because the serotonin is often an indication of anxiety, and we feel bad because we've got low levels of serotonin, and therefore we crave the food to make us feel better.
But it's not only serotonin that affects our cravings. There's another powerful chemical at work.
Cravings feel like an uncontrollable urge because of the levels of dopamine within the brain. Dopamine is the substance in the brain to do with addiction. And so in a sense you can become addicted to carbohydrates because your brain produces more dopamine when you come into contact with carbohydrates.
But now there's an extraordinary technique that instantly stops cravings. Dr. Colin Barron has been a conventional hospital doctor, and he's also a leading practitioner in thought field therapy, known as TFT.
Thought field therapy is a technique for the rapid elimination of all kinds of emotional distress, which works by tapping with the fingers like this on the energy meridian points of the body.
If that sounds too good to be true, it's not exactly a new idea. The energy meridian system, or the pathways of energy that run around the body, were discovered by Chinese healers around 3,000 years ago and forms the basis of acupuncture and other alternative therapies.
What we are doing when we carry out a TFT treatment is, in effect, we are entering a healing code into the body's energy meridian system. It's like entering a PIN code which eliminates the negative emotion.
The theory is that all cravings are caused by anxiety. This negative emotion increases the stress hormones and decreases the levels of the happy chemical serotonin. Using TFT, we rebalance ourselves so that those feelings of anxiety that cause cravings are replaced by a sense of calm and well-being.
Well, what happens during a TFT treatment is that levels of certain chemicals like adrenaline, noradrenaline tend to decrease, as does cortisol, and levels of so-called happy chemicals like serotonin tend to increase.
Techniques like tapping help the person because it gives them back control. And if they can have control over one aspect of their life, they learn that they can have control over all aspects of their life.
And by eliminating this craving and treating the underlying anxiety, we can help people to regain their healthy weight.
Now, the tapping technique that we were referring to there was developed by a brilliant American scientist called Dr. Roger Callahan, and he has discovered that the brain is like a computer and it has its own software. And when we tap on various acupuncture points while thinking about what it is that's stressing us out or what it is that we're craving, we literally overwrite the operating software of our brains. Lots and lots of doctors use this TFT technique. I have used it with just about everyone in recent years, with internationally renowned athletes, with actors, with musicians, with royalty, and I want to use it with you. It's absolutely fantastic. I think everybody should learn this in school. It's so powerful. It kills cravings and compulsions like that. What I'd like you to do is just make yourself comfortable, and I want you to think about something that you feel a compulsion around. So what I'd like you to do in just a moment is to think about your craving and then rate it on the scale of 1 to 10. Who's got one that's like an 8, 9, or 10? Yeah, that's right, that's what we want. Okay, so I want you to continually think about your craving. Concentrate on the feeling of the craving whilst we tap on the various TFT acupuncture points. Ready? Everybody think about the craving and tap about 10 times above one of your eyes. Tap under the eye. Tap the collarbone. Tap under the arm. Tap the side of the hand here, karate chop point. Think about what it was you were craving, tapping here. Tap the back of your hand here, there we go. Now, close your eyes, open your eyes. Keep your head still, look down to your right. Keep thinking about what it is you're craving. Keep your head still, look down to your left. Okay, now, keep tapping the back of your hand. Keep thinking about what it was you were craving. Now, rotate your eyes 360 degrees in a circle, still tapping the back of your hand. Rotate your eyes 360 in the opposite direction, still tapping the back of your hand. Hum the bars of Jingle Bells. Count out loud from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tap above the eye again. There we go. Tap under the eye. Now, take a new reading. Who's got a craving that's less than what they started with? Yeah, just about everybody. Isn't that extraordinary? Now, some people say, hang on a minute, you've just distracted me, that's all it is. Well, of course, if it was a distraction, it would come right back, wouldn't it? Yeah. Try and get it back. Oh, yes, I know. When I first discovered this technique, I was a little bit annoyed because I had spent years learning how to help people change through various psychological techniques, and then apparently all you do is go and you feel better. But I've got to tell you, it absolutely works. By the way, there are lots of other uses for this. I mean, for example, you can sit like this in your office all day long. and no one will bother you. You can get on public transport without a newspaper to avert eye contact from the lunatic. Yeah, no newspaper needed. You can be sitting there, the lunatic can get on the bus or the train, and you can be sitting there. So the thing is, this looks a bit weird, but I promise you it works, and it works very, very well. Now, I know that a lot of you will have questions about this, so who wants to ask me anything about this? Yes, ma'am.
How long have I got to do this tapping for?
OK, I would say that it's highly unlikely you're going to need to tap for more than a couple of minutes. In fact, the more often you do this, the quicker the craving will disappear. Who else has a question? Yes?
How do you know if you're tapping in the right place?
OK, it doesn't matter if it's not exactly the right place, but the sequence that I just went through with you is the algorithm that Professor Callahan came up with for compulsions and addictions. Yeah? OK? What about over here?
Can I overuse the technique?
No, you can't, no. Okay. All you could do is if you kept tapping for too long, your head might feel a bit sore. But you can't overdo it, you can't do yourself any harm with this. It's been thoroughly tested, it's completely safe. OK, sir?
Should you use that technique just when you fancy something or when you really, really feel that you've got to have it?
Yeah, it's more when you've got to have it, when you feel out of control around something. Yeah. We want it so you can look at food and take it or leave it. So if you feel out of control, tap the thing away. After you've done that several times, you'll be back in control. You've now got an extremely powerful technique, which means that you'll never be beaten by cravings again. And if you need further evidence of just how effective it can be, take a look at Lizzie.
27-year-old Lizzie Davis weighs 17 stone. Her cravings for fizzy cola have turned into an obsession that's ruining her life.
It's getting late to give you up.
I feel like an addict. A total addict, but one that people make fun of.
Slowly, it's taking over me.
I think the need for cola has taken over most of my life.
She drinks a massive 4 litres of cola every day.
Pardon me.
That adds up to a tooth-rotting 3 kilograms of sugar each week.
My teeth are in a terrible state. I think I've had about 20 fillings. I've had to have veneers on my teeth and an implant because this tooth had died.
But it's not just the cost to her health. To support her cola habit, unemployed Lizzie's bank balance is taking a battering to the tune of £1,500 every year.
I could go on holiday with that. I don't believe that.
Lizzie's cravings kick in early. It's cornflakes and cola for breakfast.
Well, the first sip of the day is perhaps the best sip. The taste is amazing, especially when it's ice cold. It tastes beautiful, and the fizziness will go down your throat. And about 2 seconds after I've had a sip, I'm happy.
But that high doesn't last.
I find it very hard to stop, and I can't take anything else.
Lizzie craves cola because her body's got used to a certain high level of carbohydrates within it, and therefore for her to produce the normal levels of dopamine and serotonin, she needs an excessive amount of carbohydrates.
This is a woman who experiences powerful daily cravings. We've asked her to go cold turkey to find out just how much these cravings have taken over her life.
Oh, this is sacrilege. This isn't right.
To monitor her stress levels, we've also asked Lizzie to record her heart rate throughout the experiment. It's day 1, and Lizzie's anxiety levels have rocketed.
My mind is slowly going, I want some drink, I want some drink, I want some cola, and I want it now.
The average heart rate at rest is between 60 and 80 beats per minute. During the day, Lizzie's heart rate soars to 116 beats per minute, even at rest.
I'm in a really bad mood. I want to scream.
And on day 2, things go from bad to worse. She's feeling very depressed and experiencing extreme withdrawal symptoms.
Just been sick. Really sick.
Symptoms of withdrawal often include headache, sickness, shaking, feeling high levels of anxiety, because levels of serotonin and dopamine, if they're not balanced, make us feel anxious.
I'm not looking forward to the rest of the day. I want to spend the day in bed. If I put any clothes on to go out, I will go out and I will buy cola. I know that, and I have to stay in.
For the first time in 3 days, Lizzie finally summons up enough courage to leave the house.
I'm sweating like mad. I can't believe I've done this. Feeling really nervous, like I want to go home, like I'm having an anxiety attack. That's because I haven't had any cola. I'm feeling like this. I know it. That's exactly why I'm feeling like this.
By the end of day 3, Lizzie's cravings are so bad, she just can't cope.
That's all I can think of is cola. And I don't want to. I don't see it getting any better at the minute. I feel like I've lost. There's no fight left in me.
But there's an easy way to eradicate those cravings for good. To help Lizzie beat her cravings, I'm going to talk her through the tapping technique.
Hello?
Tap above one of your eyes. Just one of the eyebrows, yeah? Tap above one of the eyebrows about 10 times. Keep concentrating on the craving. It's an absolutely extraordinary technique. It looks a bit weird, but it works really well.
Thank you, bye.
After just a few minutes of tapping, Lizzie is totally transformed. She's gone from this to this. And her mum is just as relieved as she is.
Yeah. She's more relaxed looking. Very happy.
It's gone. I don't feel any craving.
So as a final test, Lizzie takes a trip to her local pub, where she's ordered nothing but cola for the past decade.
Hi, could I have some orange juice, please? Orange juice, please. On a scale of 1 to 10, my craving for cola was about 5 just before I ordered my orange juice. Before I came in, I found a quiet place and went and tapped, and I did that twice, and then come in and everything was fine. It's been so easier than I thought. I thought it would be hours worth of trying to work out something every day, not realising it would be minutes, and feeling the benefit in minutes. On a scale of 1 to 10, I feel 10 of happiness. I feel really good. I'm proud of myself and enjoying orange juice and feeling much happier. I would say to anyone sceptical to try it. It will work. I'm living proof of that.
Lizzie's here with me now. Lizzie, when you were watching that tape just now, you got quite emotional. Yeah. What was it like looking at the old Lizzie?
It was seeing an addict of something that someone who... Sorry.
That's right. It's okay.
It was like seeing who I was and not liking what I seen.
Yeah.
At all. And seeing my mum's face when she seen me.
Yeah.
And the emotions I felt back then at the time just come back as well.
How long has it been since you've had any cola?
It's been 3 weeks, nearly a month.
3 weeks, nearly a month. That's fantastic, isn't it? Fantastic. Well done. Now, that is why I think this technique is so powerful, because every now and again you'd get a craving, right? And what would you do?
I do the techniques, I do the tapping.
You'd sit there and tap, and how long would it be before the craving would go away?
Usually 4 minutes at the most.
4 minutes at the most. So sometimes you just tap and tap and tap and tap and tap and tap.
Sometimes it would be once.
You just tap one sequence and it's gone, yeah. So when you look at the old you, how do you feel about that old addicted you?
I feel pity for her.
Yeah.
That's what I did. And now I feel much better and I'm actually proud of myself.
Okay, what other differences have you noticed in yourself?
That I can control everything I do.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to eating or what I want to drink. I can enjoy my meals with just water, which I didn't think I could do.
Yeah.
And I've lost a lot of weight already.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know how much weight you've lost?
No, I haven't weighed myself.
Okay, good.
But I've
clothes are looser,
I've lost the dress size already.
Fantastic. Yeah. That is tremendous. Now, everybody here and watching tonight at home will have at some point lost control around food. Tonight, we're going to take back that control and make sure that you're never fixated by food ever again. So if you genuinely want to look at this and take it or leave it, find out how in just a moment. Coming up, will the Craving Buster technique work for the Crisfords? Discover how to wipe out your fixation with food forever. and learn how to crank up your happiness so you'll never need to comfort eat again.
I'm on a quest to find out how much pleasure one human being can stand. Welcome back. We've been following the Crisford family, who are a little bit ahead of us on the weight loss system. This week, they've been putting the craving buster techniques into practice. Let's see how they got on.
Welcome back, our fat-busting family, the Crisfords. Now they've got to grips with the 4 golden rules, they're beginning to see some amazing changes.
It isn't really eating something that's different because I eat exactly the same food. It's just that I eat markedly smaller portions of it and fewer times.
I'm cooking my dinner, I'm only eating about a quarter of my dinner and then I'm absolutely full.
2 weeks ago, a typical day would include a couple of pizzas, a loaf of bread, 3 or 4 packets of crisps, eggs, sausages, beans, and a mountain of bacon.
I'm really quite surprised at the amount of bacon that I used to eat. To go from that to that is a big drop.
But if there's going to be long-term success, they're going to have to tackle cravings and recognise emotional hunger.
I've got a whole array of crisps and snacks and nuts and anything you care to mention behind here. I never actually eat when I'm stressed, but as soon as I've calmed down, then I start eating. It's almost as if it's calming me down to sit and eat.
The snack stuff would be the ham and cut off a lump of cheese and stuff it in.
Did a little bit of a bad one today. I couldn't resist a donut, a birthday donut. I know they say no food's forbidden, but a donut just didn't seem right.
This has been the first day since I've started this that I've actually really wanted something. Felt really down and I was really upset, and the only thing I wanted was a sweet and a crisp.
I'd probably never even thought about emotional eating until this whole thing begun.
The tapping technique will help them to take charge of their emotional eating.
I nearly reached for a slice of ham, but I stepped back and I did close my eyes and I tapped. As soon as I stepped back and did that, the whole thing went.
Chris and the rest of the family seem to have cracked it, but Hayley is still a little self-conscious about using the tapping technique.
I feel quite stupid doing them sometimes. I haven't done the tapping one, I've got to admit, not yet. I feel silly doing it.
If anyone needs to practice this, it's Hayley. She must get control of her binge eating. Fortunately, we've got the answer next week.
Well done. You guys are doing fantastically. Ben, let me ask you, what kind of changes have you noticed?
A lot of my clothes fit me a lot better now.
You definitely look thinner to me. Now, what about around food? Do you feel more or less in control?
I do. There's a couple of trigger foods for me that I have to step back and think, well, slow down. But other than that, I'm in complete control.
That's brilliant. Now, Hayley, how about you? Tell us, what differences have you noticed?
I feel more in control of food.
Yeah.
I feel really silly doing the tapping.
Yeah.
I've got to admit, I do feel silly. I've found that I'm taking myself off to do it. I find that I crave something, and rather than standing there and doing it, I go off to another room where no one can see me.
I don't blame you. A lot of people don't want to do it in public. What kind of other differences have you noticed? Anything in your confidence, anything like that?
Yeah, my confidence has gone up, definitely. I also noticed that when I'm in company, the first person they would ask if I wanted something would be me.
Yeah.
People have stopped doing that because I've stopped constantly eating. People have stopped offering me constantly, which is good.
That's brilliant.
Makes it easier for me.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the Crisfords. Now, one of the reasons that dieting really doesn't work, or works for hardly anybody, is because it relies on willpower. And one of the most important principles that I want to put across to you is that the imagination is always more powerful than the will, And it works like this. Using dieting, you will yourself not to, say, have chocolate cake. You go, I mustn't have chocolate cake, I mustn't. But then you imagine how delicious it's going to taste as it melts in your mouth. And, of course, you give in to that desire. All your food decisions happen in your imagination. That's why menus are written in such seductive terms. You know, they'll say something like goujons of sole, lightly sautéed and served in a delicate lemon sauce, rather than dead lump of fish. Now, that's because
they want to sell you the idea of the food. Who here, when they look at the menu, tastes all of the food in their imaginations first, yeah? Mind and body are linked, and the imagination is always more powerful than the will. Your body is always responding to what you're doing to it through your imagination. I mean, right now, will your heartbeat to go faster? Go on, will it? Go on, try and make it go faster. It's not going to make any difference, is it? But let's try an imagination exercise to see if we can get our heartbeat to speed up. Just imagine that you're walking down a dark alley late at night, and you're hearing footsteps behind you, and you decide to walk a bit quicker. But the footsteps behind you, they start to go quicker too. You're going quicker, the person behind you's going quicker. You don't know who it is. You're heading down the dark alley. They're getting closer and closer. Oh my God, they're getting so much closer. That's it. And then open your eyes and come on back out. Now, who finds that their heartbeat's going quicker? Of course, because when we use our imagination, the nervous system cannot tell the difference between a real and a vividly imagined experience. So when you're vividly imagining foods all the time, guess what's happening? You're making your mouth water, you're cranking up your desire. Let's try this for an experiment, shall we? So imagine a lovely big chocolate cake. Let's put one up on the screen. There we go, lots of chocolate sauce on it. Now that looks good, doesn't it? Looks very appetizing. But what happens if you imagine maggots crawling all over it? Suddenly, your desire isn't there, is it? Yes? You see, you can use your imagination to turn off or reduce desire. Now, I'm going to show you a technique in just a moment that will do that to the foods that you are addicted to. You know, the ones that you don't have power over, that when you see, you just gotta have. Yeah? And you don't have any conscious choice over. You feel that automatic desire around. I've got a technique that switches that off. Who here is addicted to chocolate and wants me to help them overcome their addiction to chocolate so that they either never eat it again or never feel compelled to eat it again, yeah? Let's just have a quick chat with you. What's your name?
Vanessa.
How much chocolate do you eat each day?
About 4 bars.
4 bars of chocolate, fantastic. Come and join us. So, Vanessa, I'm going to make it so that chocolate is never the same for you again. Is that okay?
Yes.
Because I just want to test your level of desire, because look what I have here. Oh, hey, that's your crack cocaine, that is, isn't it? On a scale of 1 to 100, where's your desire for that?
100.
100?
I'd have that now.
You want that all now, don't you? You want it, don't you? Not for long. Is there a food you hate?
Jelly deals.
So if I had a big plate of jelly deals here, how would you feel about eating those?
Oh, I feel sick.
Yeah, now, look at that. I said, imagine a plate of jelly deals, and Vanessa instantly, she went back. So what we're going to do is we're going to create an associational link to chocolate that's one of disgust. So let's have another big plate of jelly deals. And you know what would be even more disgusting? If we took the hair off a barber's shop floor and sprinkled it on the jelly deals. That's it. Eat it. There we go. That's it. Go on. That's it. Hairy jelly deal. Oh, lovely. Zoom. Chew it, chew it, chew it. Swallow it down. That's it. Let's add to that plate of jelly deals, shall we? Let's take, imagine we got a spittoon and we poured some of that. Ooh, mix it all together. There we go. And now take a mouthful of that. Oh, chew on it and swallow it down. That's disgusting, isn't it? Oh, that's it. Stop. That's quite enough. When people say to me, do you think human beings are suggestible? I go, what do you think? Oh, that's disgusting, isn't it? Now, close your eyes and imagine a big bar of chocolate. But when they were making this chocolate, they mixed in jelly deals, hair and spittoon. It's a lovely, lovely flavour. Break a bit of it off, chew it in your mouth. But there's loads of hairs. You're not sure where some of those hairs have come from. Oh, my God. And there's loads of spittoon in it as well. Taste the chocolate. Oh, that's it, good. And then stop. Open your eyes, come on back out. Now, if I say to you now, only a few moments later, fancy some chocolate? No, but I thought you loved chocolate. Have some chocky. On a scale of 1 to 100, where's your desire for that?
No.
You sure you don't want to go and smell it?
No.
Oh, you know that melts in your mouth, that does, doesn't it? Oh, okay, stop. There we go. Okay, so you were using chocolate to make yourself feel good. I'm going to give you more good feelings by reprogramming you so you don't need to go and create those good feelings artificially with craving food, yeah? Is that okay? Close your eyes and remember a time you felt very, very good. Yes, keep it private, don't tell us what it is, but oh, it's one of those good. That's it, return to it now. and make the colours richer and brighter and bolder, make the sounds louder and the feeling stronger. That's it, good. Woo! That's it, you nearly slid off the chair there. That's it, I know. That's it, good. Feel really, really good. Woo! That's good, and then stop. I think you need just a little more, don't you? I'm on a quest to find out how much pleasure one human being can stand. Close your eyes and remember a time you just felt very happy. Maybe you're like on holiday or, you know, you're with somebody you love, and add it to that other happy memory. Woo! That's it. And let all those good feelings feel so good all over again. And then open your eyes and come on back out. Now, you feel pretty good right now. Yeah. But I've put really good feelings on your shoulder. And even the thought of my hand getting closer is beginning to make them happen, isn't it? You can feel them building. And it's quite enough of that. Okay, now... What we're going to do is we're now going to take those good feelings and we are going to trigger them off at the times when you would have had chocolate. Okay. Yeah? Close your eyes and fire off that good feeling and imagine all the different times when you would have had chocolate to make yourself feel better, but instead feel this good, this wonderful good feeling that you're feeling now, but just feel it naturally and you feel so much better. Open your eyes, come on back out. Feel good? Yeah. Yeah? Now, let me ask you a question. Would you like some of this?
No.
You sure?
No, thank you.
No, smell it.
No, thank you.
It's not for you? No? But if I say, can you imagine being in the situations where you used to have chocolate, but without having it, how do you feel about that?
I'm not bothered at the moment.
You're not bothered?
I don't feel bothered, no.
You don't feel bothered?
No.
Okay.
I'm not bothered.
Your face does not look bothered. You're cute. Thank you very much. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. So, guess what? We're all going to do it. What I want you to do is think about something that you feel repulsed by, some food that you would never eat. And now, what I want you to do is on one of your hands, in fact, let's make it your left hand, I want you to squeeze your thumb and middle finger, okay? Close your eyes and imagine eating the food that you are utterly disgusted by. And throw in the hair and throw in the spittoon. Oh, and that's it. Take it to a point at which you are totally and utterly repulsed. Taking a bit into your mouth, chewing it, swallowing it down, mixing some hair and spittoon with it. Oh, it's disgusting, isn't it? Oh, that's right. Now, I want you to mix it in with a little bit of the food that you feel out of control around, with the addiction food. That's it. A little bit of your chocolate or your cheese or whatever it is in. We're using one feeling to collapse the other feeling. That's it. And then as soon as you've done that and the food that you did feel addicted to does not feel as potent, does not feel as pleasurable, stop, open your eyes, come on back out. Okay, now, very important, what we do next is we give you the good feelings that you were getting from that favourite food, but without you having to eat it. So what I want you to do is to, if it's safe and appropriate to do so, close your eyes and just remember, return to a time you felt very, very good. A time you felt very happy, maybe you're on holiday with somebody you love, something like that. And this time I want you to squeeze the thumb and finger together on your right hand, on the opposite hand. Yes, make sure it's the opposite hand. Squeeze thumb and finger together and create a strong associational link between that good feeling and the squeeze of your thumb and middle finger on your right hand. That's it, good. See what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel how good you felt, like you're back there now. The colours are rich and bright and bold, the sounds are loud and crisp, the feelings are strong. Keep going through it, go through it again and again and again. And now I want you to think about another time you felt very good, maybe a time you felt immense pleasure. That's it, see what you saw, hear what you heard. And if you're thinking, oh, I can't remember a time I felt pleasure, what would bring you pleasure? That's right, that'll do. See what you saw, hear what you heard, feel how good you felt. That's it. Squeezing thumb and finger together on your right hand. That's it, good, really strong. That's it, doing it now. That's right, and then open your eyes, come on back out. Now, squeeze your thumb and finger together on your right hand. Who feels good? Show me. That's right. Who feels very good? Yes. Now, what we're going to do is we're now going to take those good feelings and we are going to program them into your future so that whenever you need those good feelings in future, instead of having to use comfort food, boom, instantly your brain kicks off good feelings inside you so you feel good without comfort food. So if it's safe and appropriate to do so, close your eyes. If not, keep your eyes open and squeeze your thumb and middle finger together on your right hand, on the good feeling hand. Here we go. Now, return to those good memories. See what you saw, hear what you heard, feel how good you felt. Make the colours rich, bright and bold. There we go, get those good feelings going. And now, I want you to take those good feelings and imagine being in every situation where you normally comfort eat, but instead of comfort eating, you do something else instead. You just feel really good for no particular reason. So take those good feelings maybe into the workplace, take them at home, take them wherever you need those good feelings, wherever you used to comfort eat, have good feelings instead of comfort eating. Have a few challenges. Notice how well you handle a few challenges with good feelings going on. And when you've done that, when you can totally imagine your life without comfort food and with good feelings, open your eyes, come on back out. Who feels good? Excellent. And who's going to be able to feel good without comfort eating? Fantastic. This week, I want you to remember the 4 golden rules and start practicing the techniques as well. The more you practice them, obviously, the better they get. Now you're halfway through the system, but remember, you need all of the instructions to achieve permanent weight loss. Next week, an essential part of the system. Feel good about yourself. Boost your confidence and reduce your waistline permanently. Plus, a powerful technique to banish binging forever. See you then. Good night.
I think we've all got to give it a try because you've got nothing to lose, you've only got to gain.
If you offered me chocolate now, I would be sick. I really thought I was going to be sick on the stage.
Can't wait to find out if at my time of day, when I go for my little nibbles and things, it'll actually stop me.
I think this ought to go into every school in the country. You won't have any fat kids.
Tomorrow at 9 on Sky One.
One of the most significant unsolved mysteries in the US.
Unsolved Crimes USA. Whilst next this evening, prisoners face execution in Voyager.